So this one was pretty unexpected, both its existence and my access to this demo here. It's Yooka-Replaylee. And it's a remake of Yooka-Laylee, which, you know, I'm going to go into some detail about, and I had a little bit of a complicated history with it. I'll talk about it. But also, there's a ton of new stuff that has been apparently added, including visual upgrades and, you know, better controls, level changes, changes to bosses and enemies, stuff like that. New collectibles. So, I checked this out for a second, and unfortunately, so the map isn't done, so I'm not going to show that, but unfortunately there's no controls for, you know, your settings, your video settings, and there's some wonderful Unreal Engine stuttering, as usual. I don't know why Epic hasn't deemed to fix that, like... To me, it seems like an obvious thing to work on, is finding a way around that stuttering, because it happens in every game that uses Unreal Engine 5. Okay, so... yeah, new visuals, reorchestrated soundtrack. The moves now have... like, you can cancel them a little bit sooner. Meaning that, like, moves actually and animations string together better, which was an issue I had with the original. It's really haunted around here. Got it. Yeah, that's, I know this is just a demo, but also you do want to show off the best. And unfortunately, Unreal Engine just has this fucking annoying stutter problem. And it happens in Silent Hill 2 Remake, and it happens every other game that uses Unreal Engine, and I can't help but notice it. It's... Now, I thought maybe it was a frame rate mismatch, but there's no menu to change that right now. Oh. But the thing that I think is most important is there's a warp mechanic now. I think one of the main complaints I've seen people have about this game, and thus one of my main complaints too, because I never finished it. I thought it was pretty good. As a huge Banjo-Kazooie fan, I felt like it had potential. And I felt like there was a lot of interesting ideas, but it also just felt stiff, and the worlds were too big. And, you know, I didn't have, like, something about Banjo-Kazooie's level size. And I'm not talking about Banjo-Tooie, mind you, or Donkey Kong 64. I'm talking about the original Banjo-Kazooie. To me, those level sizes were perfect for a collectathon. I mean, when I look at Mario 64, it's the same kind of thing. So yeah, I ended up just kind of getting a little bit discouraged, and I know, again, people probably liked it more than I did. And some liked it a whole lot less than I did. I was kind of right in the middle. It was a fun little excursion, but it didn't end up sticking. Controls already feel better here. Like, straight up, I can tell you, this feels pretty good. They got rid of the double jump, and they made the default jump the same height, which I think is also another good change. Yeah, the visuals are nice. You know, when the Unreal Engine is behaving itself. I don't know how to do that. I like Yooka-Laylee as characters. I like that, Playtonic is making stuff like this, because there is that one executive from Microsoft, and apparently it was a little bit misreported, but it was like, people don't care about Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, I think people do. But the reason people don't know or care that much about Banjo-Kazooie is there's only been 2 games, aside from Nuts and Bolts, and a couple Game Boy things. So this is the warp feature. If you select me on the map, I'll warp you to my location. Now, that's cool, so you can just talk to Mark and then just go there from the map. However, I was told not to show the map. So we will not be seeing that feature. For better or worse. But I think its existence is a good sign. So that enemy freeze, like when you attack an enemy and the screen freezes a little bit like Wind Waker, I'm not crazy about it personally. I think it works in Wind Waker because you're making actual physical contact, but like when you shoot a fireball, I don't know, it just doesn't feel... It would be nice to have that as an option. I'm just thinking out loud here, but... Popo Peckish. Like, yeah, that makes sense that, like, you know, you're using your tail and everything. And I'm sorry if I'm being overly critical, or I'm not being critical enough. I'm sure I'll get both, but... Yooka-Laylee was also wrapped up in... There was a lot of stuff. Like, people would come into my chat and be like, Vinny, this game sucks. And then there were other people that would defend it, and there would be a war. So, unfortunately, my memory of Yooka-Laylee is not the best for the streams, just because of shit like that. But again, I played through like half the game, and I thought it got a little extra hate that it didn't need to. The Impossible Layer game, which was very much like Donkey Kong Country Returns, was actually excellent, though. That game was really good, and I feel like that was slept on. So I think it's cool that the devs are trying to say, hey, we learned some stuff. They literally have said that. Like, we learned some stuff and we're trying to make this game as good as it can be. What is that? Huh. But yeah, also I want to be able to V-Sync or cap the frame rates because aside from the Unreal Engine stuff, I feel like there might be, at least on my end, I don't know if you see it on the stream or on the video, but on my end there's some kind of, there's a little stuttering, and it's a shame too because it's marring an otherwise really nice looking level. Guess we're not going that way. I do really like that in Yooka-Laylee, the levels morph and open up as you play. I think that's actually a really cool feature. And the, do I have any... the fast travel is going to be really good for that. Floating, dude? Probably fine. That other ghost writer, I understand now. I was supposed to do something there, and I think I screwed it up. Try that again. It blows my mind that it's been 10 years since the original. I really didn't think it was that long, so when they announced a remake, I'm like, didn't this game just come out? I don't know why that's not working. Okay, giving up. I think I used all of my moves. So never mind that. I will also, once again, say yes, I know this is just a demo. Anthony? Oh, he's naked. There's literally a character in this game called Trouser Snake. Alright, so I wanted to share my thoughts a little bit about remake versus sequel. Like, so why not just go for the sequel, was my initial thought. And in a way, I think a sequel would make sense if the first one had a slightly bigger impact. But considering, you know, considering maybe it didn't do as well as the devs hoped, getting this first game into the best possible state it could be in, I get that. Fetch my hat. Controls are just much better. Oh god. Though I would say a level with a lot of ice maybe isn't the best way to present that fact. But yes, it's a very whimsical game, and considering we don't get a lot of stuff like this. I mean, Hat in Time came out around-ish the same time as Yooka-Laylee. I'm not really sure when, because memory bad. And you know, that was a pretty great game. And I think that was like an example that you could get your fix of like a platformer, like a 3D platformer. And it didn't need to be anything like... You know what? It was pretty ambitious. For an indie game, that was a very ambitious game. I'm gonna give it a lot of credit because Hat in Time was amazing. But yeah, I do think that there's still a market for stuff like this. I think Mario still is extremely popular. You know, there's indie devs that make stuff like this all the time. Orbo's Odyssey comes to mind. I do like that Orbo lad. Planker keeps complaining. The statue hasn't been completed. Fucking Planker. What does this do? So apparently, these coins are called quid. Quid. And you can use them to unlock a bunch of stuff. Let me see if I have that right. Brand new currency. A piggy bank acts as a guide for the player, leading them to hidden treasures and unexplored areas. Please note this currency is still to be distributed fully amongst the levels. But yeah, hundreds of level changes, new player camera. Moves cost less power than in the original. Oh, I think I understand. Oh, no, never mind. I thought maybe this cannonball power made you sink. The too big level complaint, though, I'll be honest. Like, okay, I think it's a legitimate complaint. It's one that I had because I just ended up feeling very discouraged. Fast travel definitely helps. And, having more stuff to collect also helps. But yeah, big levels in and of themselves doesn't mean bad. I think you can do big levels. There's a Mario Odyssey level that's the desert one is like massive. In fact, a good chunk of Mario Odyssey levels are massive. And they work out great, but honestly, that's kind of, hang on a second. Oop. God damn it. Just ignore that. It's not done yet. That's what I've been told. Yeah, Mario Odyssey is kind of semi-derided a little bit for having too many collectibles and too many, like, too many things that you can do very easily to get all the moons you need. I did not 100% Mario Odyssey. And I didn't really feel the need to, but I had fun just playing until I was bored. So yeah, I think Odyssey worked pretty well for me, and I loved it, and it was a lot of fun to play. It had really, really good, like, control. I think the best controls for me, like the best gameplay feel of any of the Mario games. But yeah, I've seen complaints about that one too. So I think even the best platformer is still gonna have, like, a ton of preference. Like, Mario 64 had a couple ice levels. It wasn't just one. And it was, like, kind of, like, satisfying to complete the levels and say, okay, I did everything here. Next. And then eventually you go back to a different type of ice level. I would say that's probably still my favorite type of platformer. Like that kind of thing. Also, you'll notice I platform in very weird ways. I guess we're not going that way. You're gonna be hearing that noise a lot. That is a very... that is a very common noise in Yooka-Laylee. Oh, I remember you. Dr. Puzz. Puzzy, please! Only a damaged prototype was left behind. Molly cool? Oh yeah, that's how you expand the levels, I think. I'm reading very, very quickly. I also, you know, I'm just trying to, like, experience as much of the gameplay as possible, knowing that this demo will not carry over to a full save. Grenades. New fast travel. Oh! Of course that's what you have to do. The music was always very nice in this game. Oh boy. Yeah. I tried to roll into an attack, and it turns out that's not what happens. This happens. Whoa. Good memory. No, I got this. I got this. There you go. Expert puzzle solving. This guy is great at solving puzzles. How did I get as smart as he? Oh. Ooh. Pilot wings time. Ooh, boy, that was very, very close. I do feel like the progress you're making is very good. Like, I never feel bored in the levels. And it is nice to see the number go up. I like when the funny number goes up. Kinda wish the coins would, like, magnetically draw into you. But that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I can't do your Ghost Rider challenge, I'm sorry. There we go. Trouser snake. Normally, trouser snake. Trouser snake gives you new moves, but I don't think that's the case right now, so. Oh, there we go. Gazongo coins, my favorite. I wonder if it hurts to puke grenades. Yeah, I'm kind of not crazy about everything slowing things down, like stopping a frame. I get what the effect is used for, but it's not my favorite thing. Just personally. I'm nitpicking, I know that. I don't know how to save you or kill you, so you get to live. Oh, there it is. It's like a pretty good vomit noise happening. So I haven't really fully needed to use the warp points. and I'm not going to because of the map being... I was told not to show it, so, I mean, fair enough. Hey. I get an early look at a video game. If that's what they want me to not do, then I won't do it. But... I can see it being useful. That said, I haven't so far in this level felt like I've needed to warp around. That's probably more for just cleaning up the levels and making sure you know, when you come back in and you want to get those last things that you're missing, that's probably more for that. But just the general flow of the level has been pretty good, and I couldn't tell you exactly what changes have been implemented to make that happen. But, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. Oh, there it is. Molly cool. It's probably some kind of drug. Saw some interesting stuff happening in the distance there. But yes, the game is not even... I don't even think it's got a release date yet. Oh, this is for a transformation, not the level expansion. I forget what that was exactly. Snowplow. Fuck yeah. Plow. Mr. Plow. Terrible Homer impression. But I do like that episode, Mr. Plow. I saw it for the first time recently, and I loved it. Simpson is always, So I haven't seen a single bad episode yet, honestly, in Season 4 and the assorted other episodes I've been watching. I know I'm watching, like, the Golden Age, so I'm not exactly, expecting, like, poop. But not even, like, mediocre, really. Like, it's just been... It's been incredible. I will get to mediocre. I'm sure I will. Hip the plow bees? Trying to find the snow piles to get rid of. Will it or willn't it? It does. Okay, now it just feels like I'm playing Blast Corps. Time to get moving! I'm a plow. I wonder how you stop being plow. So yeah, they really loaded this game with that new currency. Which is, I mean, it's kind of more of a psychological trick than anything, but it works. Because, yeah, the quills, the golden quills, which I keep, like, my mind registers them as golden feathers so that I can, like, be invincible, but that's a different game. But, yeah, the whole idea of, like, having more collectibles in giant levels makes a lot of sense. It would be so beautiful if I knew how to turn back into Yooka and Laylee outside of the plow. Now, I'm assuming I have to warp, or I just do that. That's fine. So, I'd imagine you could just warp back to that point. Or close to that point via the new warp spots, and then... Woo! Oh, woo, woo, woo! And then, oh yeah, that's only for Mr. Plow, okay. Huh, so then how do you get up there? Weird. I don't have your hat. Huh. Let's see, I'm trying to find progress via plow. Plow progress. Okay, there's water, can't go there. Nope. Okay. Well, there you go. Some free QA testing. I can't stop this from happening. Oh man, hang on, I'm gonna do a warp. Let me just, again, I get they don't want me to show the map because it's not done. Alright, fair. But it's not that bad. It really isn't. I can't warp you right now. I'm sure I'll have... Okay. Well, the map is useful because it shows me some of the stuff I haven't... Like, some of the areas I haven't been. And it shows me all the stuff that I have done. I've got 13 of 25 pages and 48 of 200 quills. And there's a bunch of other stuff on the map I don't have. I can't warp you right now. Okay. Yeah! Ah! God damn it. Sorry, I was just pressing everything to try to get out of this. Alright, whatever. You get the idea. Listen, I'm willing to be very, like, understanding. Because it is just a demo, and the game is not out. probably for a little while. So it gives them time to iron things out and to figure out, you know, like some of the stuff that maybe isn't fully there yet. But it's good. You know, this aside, this wasn't very cool, but I feel like in these 40 minutes I did get a pretty decent idea, and it also helps me remember like what this game was in the first place, which is to say it's a pretty fun collectathon. And as someone who grew up with Banjo-Kazooie and Mario and like a ton of other like mascot collectathon things like Spyro, well, that's a new one for me, but still, it's good. It's definitely good. Love that plow, but the gameplay feels good. The visuals are nice. It needs some work with those Unreal stutters, and I'm wondering if the settings are going to fix that. And otherwise, the whole game feels better, and I very well will play it again, more than likely. Don't know if I'll end up finishing it. Depends on what else I'm playing at the time, but it's just a fun, turn your brain off at times, kind of just run around, collect shit game with nice visuals and stuff like that. So I like it, and I'm hoping that the team ends up doing well with it. Maybe one day we'll get a Yooka-Laylee too. Yooka-Laylee.